I couldn't argue with anybody wherever they put this record on the list.
No, definitely.
Because it's that good.
If that's your number 4, I can't wait to see what your number 3 record is, Jason. So, Jason, what is your number 3 Clutch album?
Yeah!
Hey, this is S. Patrick Brooks, or Sean, you could call me, or you can call me Patrick, or just don't call me late for dinner, I guess. I got Jason Doome today. Jason from Grand Rapids Doomfest. We wanted to do like something a little different today. Hey, Jason, how you doing, man?
Good, brother. I'm good, man. Hanging in there.
Yeah, right on, man. Well, we're going to do, Jason basically is the biggest Clutch fan I know. Jason, how many times have you seen Clutch?
I've actually, for me personally, it's actually on the low end compared to a lot of people.
What? It's
which
still
is crazy. You know, I've seen them about 33 times.
All right, man. For me, I've never seen any band like anywhere close to that amount of time. So you are, I know that you got the fanatics out there seen them hundreds of times, but for me, 33 shows is probably a pretty good sample.
Not
know
bad.
What's going down.
Bad.
I know you love these guys. What do you think the best Clutch show you've ever seen was?
Oh, man. I'll tell you what, it'd probably be a tie.
All right.
Between, I saw them for Elephant Rider tour at a place called the Reptile House in Grand Rapids. And it was literally like a hallway, and it had a stage in it. And it was so small, drummers had to turn their set sideways to fit on the stage. God. Yeah, dude, it was fucking
so
small.
Cool. How many people do you think were there?
Maybe 50, 60, 70 people.
Oh my God, how cool is that? It
was incredible. And that's where I got introduced to Karma to Burn. And because they opened on that.
So good, man. Karma to Burn is so underrated. What a great band.
Underrated, big time.
Yeah. So tell me, what was the other one?
It was a tie between that. 3-4 years ago, it was one of the last holiday run shows, and we caught them in Detroit at the Fillmore, and the place was fucking electric, and it was just, even Neil came out and was like, holy shit. And I mean, and they opened right away, man, with fucking Impetus and I think Passive Restraints, or something like that. Two heavy hitters back to back. And you know, and I was of course on some mushrooms, and it was it just added to it, man. It blew everybody's. A lot of people that went to that show left with that being one of their favorite shows.
That's awesome. What has possessed you to go see Clutch 30 plus times? And then I think you probably own all their stuff on vinyl as well.
Yep. It's easy, man. They are one of the few bands. Kat, what are you doing already with this?
Heck yeah, there we go.
Yep. It's most people don't know this about Clutch, but I can go and see them that many times, and everybody else can go see them hundreds of times because they never do the same set list twice. They rotate it between the band members.
So
it's fucking amazing.
I find that amazing too, and it makes it exciting when you buy Clutch tickets because, like, for me, it's like, I mean, there's certain songs I absolutely want to see. And the first couple times I saw Clutch, they didn't play those songs. And it was just like, man, I know they're going to play. I'm just going to keep going. And everything they play is fantastic. And I've never been disappointed. But, you know, it's like, you know, you got your, you know, I got those few favorites that it's like, I'm just like hoping, like, I hope we're going to play those tonight.
Absolutely, man. It's really cool, man. You know, I mean, it's, you know, like when you look at big bands like Metallica and they got, you know, they have lighting shows and everything's fucking programmed with them.
Same set every night.
Same set every night, man. Yeah. And as a musician, you know, to keep your sanity, I would be doing what Clutch is doing, man. To, you know, and switching shit up and playing different jams and you know, going deeper into the catalog. You know.
Absolutely. You know, it's like, I mean, I'm not a Grateful Dead fan by any means, but, you know, that was cool back in the day. You know, I saw them a couple times and, you know, they did a different set every night. I mean, you could understand why people would travel around and follow them and buy tickets and like how it becomes like a culture. And I think more than any other band in the heavy underground, Clutch has a culture surrounding their band, you know.
Absolutely.
And they really have done an amazing job cultivating such an amazing experience when you go see them live, and it's such a positive thing. And even if you're a new fan, you know, to Clutch, you feel welcome and right at home when you go to a show. I know I did the first time I saw them.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
man, these are a bunch of
absolutely.
cool people.
It really is, man. Yeah, they're better known as gearheads. I personally, you know, just like any families, man, you're gonna have some assholes. It's just how it
Sure,
is.
sure.
I'm sure plenty of people think I'm that asshole. You
Dude,
know,
every day I
so
get emails about that Jason. They're like, "Do you know that Jason guy is such an..." No, I've never got that email. I'm just kidding.
never, duh. You know, but man, you know, with my one of my favorite parts about going to a Clutch show is I'm gonna get to see the people that I see at the Clutch shows. You
Yeah,
know, I've
that's
got
cool.
people I there's you know, I love a lot of these people, man, that I've gotten to know and I've now known for, you know, for fuck's sake, you know, like 10 years on the internet. You know, so and it's
It's awesome,
daily.
right?
It is. It's daily communication with these people. So when I get to see them, man, it makes it tangible, and you know, there's real love there, and I've made some fantastic friends, man. So I have yet personally to have a bad experience out of the
Same.
33 that I've gone to.
Same, dude. I haven't been, like, I've been to a tenth of that, and all my experience has been wonderful. I'll tell you another thing really quickly that I love about Clutch. These guys don't have massive egos. They take badass bands on tour with them, and it's a
Yep.
great, if you know. And Clutch is one of those bands that's kind of on the edge of the heavy underground. You know, they're just right. You know, people who like don't listen to the rest of the music that we listen to regularly still like Clutch. You know, Clutch
Yep.
like attracts the ZZ Top fans, you know, classic rock fans, the biker crowd. You know, they really, you know,
Yep.
they have a different reach than a lot of the other bands that we listen to. And so yeah, it's a great, you know, it's great when they go on tour with somebody like Helmet or Quicksand or you know, somebody, and like get some
Absolutely.
exposure to some different. Dinosaur Jr. was cool the last
Yep.
time I saw him. So yeah, I really appreciate that about Clutch. Who do you think, what's the coolest band you think you discovered opening for Clutch, Jason?
That would have been Karma to Burn, man.
There you go. Jeez,
I mean, they were
what a great discovery.
fucking. They gave Clutch a run for their money that night, man. I
Love it.
was fucking blown, you know, for you know a fucking instrumental band, and I'm not big into instrumental. I'm too hyper, man.
Sure.
You know, there's some good stuff out there. Don't get me wrong, but
Love it.
you know, it's just it's crazy, man. You know, so
Hell yeah. Well, man, I think maybe we should get to the meat of what we're doing here. So,
yes,
Jason,
sir.
like I said, is my most respected Clutch fan. And so I wanted to get Jason to give me his top 5 Clutch albums. And so if you're new to Clutch, this is a good chance for you to like figure out which albums maybe you should be focusing on. And, you know, for the rest of us, it'll be a good chance for us to have an argument about which 5 albums
Absolutely.
should be up there.
This is probably gonna cause some. So
let's see let's see if we got some controversy brewing. All right, Jason, let's start off with your number 5 top Clutch
all right,
album.
man. My number 5 is going to go to Robot Hive Exodus. And this is their 7th full length record, and it was released in June 21st, 2005. This album, to me, they still had their keyboard player for this record.
Okay.
And you know, and it added a lot of depth to the music. But this is by far the reason I love this album so much is this is some of Neil's absolute finest lyrical content. And I won't be able to do any off the cuff because I'm under pressure. So
No
just
worry.
believe me, just believe me when I say that there are so many quotable fucking lines from this album. You know, you got Smile Taste Kittens, and then you've got the incomparable Mr. Flannery, which is the kickoff tune, which is probably one of my favorite Clutch songs.
Wow.
It's just the stories. He's fantastic throughout every record. His lyrical content, man, he should seriously be considered one of the more modern day best lyricists that's out there. For sure.
Yeah, his lyrics are like funny and smart all at the same time.
Absolutely.
I just love that. All right, man. At number 5, we've got Robot Hive
About
Exodus.
Hive Exodus. And for my songs, you know, you
Yeah.
got to go with the incomparable Mr. Flannery. Some of the best lyrics on the album. Then you got Mice and Gods. You've got 100011. You got
I think you're mispronouncing that one. No, I'm just
which
joking.
one?
01000.
10,
I'm just joking.
I was off on one. and like Gravel Road, man, which is just a fucking really cool throwback jam, like an old bluesy tune. So
Oh yeah. All right.
that would be my number 5. It's just the lyrics, man, they just keep you maintained, man. They're so good. So
Right
good.
on.
And the band is the band, man. They're fucking great all the time. And let's get one thing straight. Clutch they are musicians.
Yeah.
They aren't just dudes in a rock band. Like, you know, when I look at, you know, because I played drums, JP is one of the best fucking technical drummers out there, man. That dude is just sick. He's a percussionist. He's not just a drummer. That dude's a percussionist.
There we
you
go.
know. And so, you know, those guys are just always tight, man, and it's always
So
cool
tight
to come up with.
Like the first time I saw him live, it was just I know I spent most of my time like this. Yeah. All right, man. All right, buddy. Number 5 is Robot Hive Exodus. Number 4, what are we looking at, Jason?
All right. Number 4, we're looking at, and this just has to be on the list because this is like it's like they kind of cut all the fat off and got back to it. And that would be Psychic Warfare.
Album.
That album is,
dude, it's gold.
It is gold, man. And it's a phenomenal record. Machine produced it. Machine produced 3 of their best albums. So, I mean, they had Psychic Warfare, Blast Tyrant, and Earth Rocker. Machine produced all 3 of those, and Machine is now coming back to produce the new album, which is money, man. That's awesome.
Hell yeah. Psychic Warfare for me is a huge one. We talked earlier, Jason, about Clutch changing up their set list every night. I wouldn't die peacefully if I didn't see X-Ray Visions and Firebirds back to back. The last time I saw them, they played that, and I'm telling you what, too, it was like one of my great concert moments. And you know,
hell yeah.
I love those 2 songs together, and seeing them play those live. And you know, obviously, I own this album and listen to it frequently. It's definitely in my top 3 Clutch albums for sure. I absolutely adore this record.
Understandable.
Adore this record
too. You know, I finally got to hear. Funny story, when I first saw him for this record, there's one song I wanted to hear him play, and that was the last song I wanted to hear him play, Son of Virginia.
Yeah, it's a good song.
I love that fucking song, man. So they're like, we got a great thing for you guys tonight. We're going to play Psychic Warfare all the way through. So I was like, cool, I'm going to fucking hear it. I know. And so I was like, right on. Plus, this was my kid's first concert, I think, with me for them.
Oh, gee.
Yeah.
Hey, Riley.
Hey, Riley. And they get to fucking Decapitation Blues, song number 11, and then they go into some older tunes. And I was like, what?
You're like, that's not the whole album.
You're totally not going to play Son of Virginia. And fast forward, I don't know, man, like 12, 13 years, I finally got to see him play it, man. So cool. I actually, I punched my buddy Tony in the arm pretty good when that came on.
I bet.
So yeah. But yeah, it's a straightforward, it's a stripped down, straightforward fucking Clutch record, man. You know what I mean? You're just balls to the wall, and it fucking rocks.
Totally,
and you're
man.
right, that fucking 1-2 punch of X-Ray and Firebirds, dude. And in concert,
there's such cool lyrics. You know, you talked about the lyrics earlier, and I love the lyrics in that song, man. Especially Firebirds. It's just so science fiction-y, badass. Got that like kind of monster magnet-y weirdness going on and shit. It's fucking cool.
It is. It's a good fucking record, man, and definitely, you know. And I couldn't argue with anybody wherever they put this record on the list.
No, definitely.
You know what I mean?
Agreed.
It's that good.
Well, man, if that's your number 4, I can't wait to see what your number 3 record is, Jason. So, Jason, what is your number 3 Clutch album?
All right. So this album, to me, I came in on self-titled. And so the next album that they put out was one that cemented it for me, that I was like, these guys are like the real deal. They're, you know, not that anything before that, because I mean, self-titled. That's like in Clutch world, like self-titled is like Sabbath self-titled. You know, that's fucking record, man. You know, it's got some tracks. And
Yes.
so when I heard this album, man, it was like, wow, these guys are fucking smart. They can fucking play, and it's just their own thing. So
Yeah, but Elephant
Elephant
Riders.
Riders, fuck
Yeah.
yeah, man. I
Great
mean,
record.
brilliant fucking album.
It really is. Um, just from the cover alone, it's like, holy shit, I want to listen to that.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and when I first heard it, it flows so fucking well that it listens like a concept record. Like it's almost like it's a concept album. I know it's not, but like it's got the feel of it. You know, and you got something as specific as Elephant Riders. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you've got this whole thing built around it, and then Ship of Gold, and all the tunes had kind of this Civil War type feeling, you know, with soap makers and shit like that.
They're such a smart band. It's hard for me to believe that there wasn't some thought process involved, even at like a high level or just maybe a subconscious level. But yeah, that album flows beautifully.
It really does.
So, and this is early. This is pretty early Clutch, right? This is their second album,
Third
album. Okay,
Yep.
and so, for me, it's like so mature. And
Yes.
when you like look back at what the year that it was recorded in and released in, it's like, damn, Clutch has been around for a minute.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I mean, they're the leap that they made, you know, in a 3-year span, 4-year span.
Yeah.
Because like Elephant Riders, I mean, it's such a unique record, man. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it stands alone on, you know, I mean, fucking 8 times over Miss October, Soap Makers, Wishbone, Dragonfly. It's you know,
Kids, if you're new to Clutch,
creative genius.
Yeah, you need to go back and listen to the early Clutch albums. And it really, like Jason's talking about, you really see the tremendous growth of a band that started off pretty badass anyways. And this album is
For sure.
like definitely a great example of that growth.
Yeah, no, 100%, man. I mean, it really was. That's when I was like, okay, because, you know, not to take away anything from self-titled, you know, but it kind of had this loose stonery rock feel to it, a little bluesy, a little stone rock.
You didn't really know where
hardcore.
Clutch was going to go, right?
Exactly. You know, and then it's like, you know, they didn't go for a two-peat. You know, they went in a completely opposite direction. Went from the production, you know, to the instrumentation to everything. So,
dude, I love Spacegrass, but like, I'm glad that Clutch didn't make a bunch of Spacegrass albums.
Yes, exactly, because that would be boring.
It would be, yeah. But man, when they whipped that one out, I'm like,
yeah, absolutely.
Dude, Elephant. So far, people, we'll recap really quick. At number 5, we've got Robot Hive Exodus. At number 4, we've got Psychic Warfare. And number 3, we've got Elephant Riders. So, Jason, that brings us up to the top 2. What's your second favorite Clutch album, buddy?
All right, this is hard just because the album in the number 2 spot is just so fucking good. And for that, I got to go with Last Tyrant.
Number 2? No, I'm just kidding, dude. It's definitely my favorite Clutch album.
Yep.
It's literally one of my favorite albums, period.
Exactly, man. This album, for me, is a perfect fucking rock record. I mean, it's fucking from track to track, man. It's fire. And they're firing on all cylinders, man. It's you know, and it's them, their instruments, and their intellect, and they're just fucking killing it on this album.
The lyrics on this album, like, there are very few stoner rock albums, outside the instrumentals, that I know all the lyrics to.
Yes.
But man, like, I can sing along with every one of these songs. They're all
absolutely.
It's like one thing that you don't necessarily get a lot of in the heavy underground, but like, Like when you go to a Clutch show, it's cool, man, because when they play some of these songs, it's cool to look around and everybody knows all the words and you know all the words and like,
Yep.
Neil articulates and such a good singer that you can actually hear, understand what he's saying.
Yes.
And
Yes.
dude, if you've never heard Clutch before, it's probably a good place. This is probably a good place to start. As hard as
Yeah,
I
it
would find that
is.
to believe.
It really is, man. I mean, songs like The Regulator, which is just that's a classic, man. I mean,
It's a
it really is.
it's a classic rock song.
Yes, it is.
Mob Goes Wild. Cypress Grove is probably my favorite
Cypress
track on that.
Grove, can't deny Cypress Grove, Subtle Hustle, Wake of the Swollen Goat. I mean, it's just promoter. You got Mob Goes Wild, Prophets of Doom,
Dude, Worm
Mercury,
Drink. I mean,
Worm
come on.
Drink.
It's
I mean, it
yeah, it's
is. It's just and it's a shame. It really is a shame, man, that this album should be 10 times, 20 times, 30 times bigger than it was.
oh yeah, this album should
You
be
know.
like mentioned with like Led Zeppelin 2 and freaking, Diary of a Madman by
Yep.
Ozzy and Dio's, Holy Dive, like it should come up in classic rock album conversations without have you heard of Clutch? I mean, it's that like you said, but
Exactly.
it's that good. It should just be part of the vernacular, It
Yeah.
should be a
It
household
should. It
album.
should.
Like every kid should own it.
They should. They should because it's a master class in fucking rock artistry, man.
Yeah.
Fucking brilliant album. Brilliant album.
100%. So, man, now my mind is a racing because that's my favorite Clutch album. So I am absolutely intrigued. Jason, what is your
Yes, sir.
favorite Clutch album, my man?
So I remember very clearly, and I don't remember a lot of things anymore.
I agree. I get it.
I was a chef at a resort up here, and it was like, I don't know, 11:30, 12 o'clock at night, cleaning up, and there's a radio station, 94.5 WKLQ, had a metal night, and it was a Saturday. And we're fucking cleaning, we're roached out, and all of a sudden I heard that bass line from Space Grass over the radio. And it was like, what the fuck is this? And it kept going. And then when it hit in, I immediately was like, everybody shut the fuck up. And I
Yeah.
turned that thing up and was like, what is this? What is this? And that would be
Self-titled, baby.
Self-Titled, baby.
I think that's an interesting choice, Jason. Like I love that album too. But we kind of talked about, it's the album. It's like, where's Clutch gonna go? Why is this
Yeah.
why is this? Is that why this is your favorite album?
It's partly due to because it's what I came in on, and you can ask
Sure.
just about anybody. Generally, their favorite album of a group is going to be the album they came in on.
That's
It's
probably
just
why Blast Tyrant's my favorite. I get that. Yeah.
yep, yep. So I came in on this album, and it's funny. It's a juxtaposition, man, because you got some, his lyrics intrigued the fuck out of me. The musicianship and the production and everything was just that was all awesome. I was knee deep into that, but I was like, man, what is this dude singing about, man? Like this is cool shit.
Yeah.
Aliens and fucking party boats and fucking all kinds of whack shit, man.
Yeah.
But I hadn't heard anything like it, and I mean, songs like Tight Like That, man, fucking A, come on, Tight Like That. That's, so fucking good. Escape from
Yeah.
the Prison Planet, and Animal Farm, the lyrics and the amount of, I don't know, man, I'm a sucker. If I can bounce to something,
Yeah.
and there are definitely some songs on here you can bounce to.
Absolutely. Yeah. Clutch, man. Clutch has a nice like swing and groove, man.
Yes,
Like
they do.
you can't go to a Clutch show. People aren't. It's not a.
No, dude, you can't.
People are fucking. I mean,
People are fucking
even my
moving.
horrible dance that I've subject to way too many people to. But yeah, I can't. You gotta get, man, like that. The hips got to be shaking during a Clutch show, man. They got some soul.
Dude, the last show I went to, man, was at a seated venue, which was really weird because I'll either get pit tickets or I'll get pit tickets because I don't do seats.
Yeah, to see. Yeah, dude. Not unless I'm gonna go see reggae.
You see, there you go, right? And so this last concert, man, it was in Ann Arbor, and um, it was. I think it threw a lot of people off because it was weird for it was a theater. It was a theater,
Yeah,
so
they
it was
played a show here like that too. Yeah.
yeah, it was a cool setting, man. I thought the setting was fucking pretty dope, man, because it was a smaller venue. But I don't give a fuck, man. I'm gonna fucking boogie, dude. I'm gonna rock the fuck out, and that includes singing. That includes fucking
Yeah.
doing my strange little fucking dance and getting down,
I
man.
can't wait to see a show with you, dude.
Hell yeah,
It'll be
man.
awesome.
So yeah, man. That's it's just that this album, and like I said, because it was the one I came in on, it had such an impact on me. I was buddies with the dude at the record store. So that next day after I heard that, I fucking went to Believe in Music and was like, yo, dude, you've got it.
Find
You
it.
need to stock this. Do you have it? He's like, yeah, I think we got it. Bought it. I tore it over, said, put it in. And that next day they had a whole fucking like setup for clutch
So,
shit.
about what year was this, Jason?
95, I think.
Dude, you're so ahead of the curve, bud.
I wish there's been, there were people that were way ahead of me even before me, man, that were there were people, dude, that had what I think it was still when it was just message boards. And like I know people that were on these message boards that had clutch groups that would follow them around, man, like for, the early days.
It's
So,
amazing.
but I've gotten to see some great shows, man. You know that the two times I saw him at the Reptile House, which was just insane,
No doubt.
absolutely insane. And I've seen him. I haven't got. There's two places I didn't get to go, man, and I wish I could have gone. When they played up in Colorado. Did you go to that one? When they played at the Overlook?
No, dude, we have a couple friends who went and they just said that was just the most amazing show. And
I
yeah,
fucking bet
I know.
it was,
I'm
man.
super like, yeah, I'm not, yeah, it was a bummer.
Yeah, that's one. That's one that
That
hurt.
would have
I
been
wish I
so
could.
badass.
Oh, so badass,
Yeah.
And the Cavern, where they play down. I think it's Tennessee or Kentucky or
Yeah,
something.
dude, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty dope too. I think that would be a pretty cool experience, So, but I've been lucky, because I basically up until a while ago, I'd see them about twice a year whenever they'd come through, and it doesn't matter if they're within driving distance in Michigan or somewhere close.
I
I'm
know you
fucking
go.
gonna go.
I know you
Gonna go.
go, man. All right, let me recap really quick right here. Jason has given us his top 5 clutch albums. Jason's number 5 is Robot Hive Exodus. Number 4 is Psychic Warfare. Number 3, we've got Elephant Riders. I love that one. Number 2 is my number 1, but Jason number 2 is Blast Tyrant. It's a brilliant album. And then number 1,
Yes, it
the
is.
album that started it all, Jason is showing his loyalty to the very beginning, man. The self-titled clutch album, Clutch, with absolutely one of my favorite songs on there. So Jason, I appreciate you, man. Thanks for taking the time and giving us the rundown of your clutch albums. Jason is the host and creator and sole proprietor of the Grand Rapids Doomfest, man, October 11th. So if you're anywhere near Grand Rapids, Michigan, you're going to want to pick up some tickets for the Grand Rapids Doomfest. Jason, you want to give us the lineup for that really quick, as long as I have you on?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Yeah. And you can get your tickets at the pyramidschemebar.com. They're only $20. You're not going to find any better entertainment in anywhere that night for that fucking price.
No doubt. Especially when you hear the lineup here, people.
Exactly. And so starting with the band that's going to kick it off, got Buzzard Fight from Kansas City, Missouri.
Love those guys.
Psychedelic Country Sludge, and yes, it's possible, and yes, it's badass. Oh my God, is that a patch?
Fuck yeah, dude, check it out.
Oh shit,
The Trans Am patch.
That's fucking dope. Nice, dude. And then second, we've got Shadow of fucking Jupiter from Chicago, which is I'm super stoked, man. That's gonna be amazing. And then we've got Pillar of Light, some seriously heavy doom. Hell yeah, from Detroit, Michigan, some
Hell yeah.
hometown boys.
Right on.
And then we've got from fucking Colorado, Cobranoid. They're gonna
My
rock the
boys,
house
I love you
hard as
guys.
fuck, man. And then to top it off, we've got Temple of the Fuzz Witch from
It's just
Detroit,
crazy.
man.
Temple of the
And
Fuzz Witch killed it at Maryland Doomfest. Scott Spires can't stop talking about what a great set it was and how awesome Noah was. So, man, I'm super stoked for that one for you, bud. And
yeah,
Grand Rapids
man.
Doomfest, like Jason said, get some tickets. You can get them at the pyramidschemebar.com. Right on. All right, man. Well, hey, we're going to wrap it up here. Jason, thanks for taking the time to give us your clutch albums. Man, my pleasure, dude. I always love talking to you, man. Hey, this is Sean. This is Sean from the Heavy Underground Farm Report. Jason from the Grand Rapids Doomfest. Man, you guys keep listening to the Heavy Underground. Support your local scene. Go buy some albums. Buy merch when you go to those shows, man. The band's fucking, they love it. They need it. You buy their stuff, they'll keep making the music that you love. So, hey, Jason, thanks again, buddy.
Yeah!